right, we're ready whenever, I think.
Excellent. We are here with Anthony Brian Logan, and you are a conservative commentator.
That's right. Conservative politics all the time.
Out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, correct?
Chattanooga, that's right. East Tennessee.
East Tennessee, baby. That's right. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I come from originally Charleston, West Virginia.
Okay.
You know, real small town.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Ran where Randy Moss is from.
I was about to say Randy Moss Town, right?
Yeah.
Jason Williams, too, by the way.
The Vikings. I remember when he first got drafted, my entire family, both sides, we stopped everything. It was like, he went to the moon almost. It was crazy.
Yeah,
so I
absolutely.
come from that very small, very poor town. And then I went to like the Virginia Beach area of Virginia.
Yep.
I never forget it. I saw pictures when I was a baby. It was my mother and my father. We had a single wide trailer. We looked like black rednecks coming down the mountain, you know. So that was my main thing. We went to Newport News.
Yeah.
Like right on the corner of
Tidewater area is what they call that?
Yeah, Tidewater area, definitely. And we went from there to Portsmouth and then
Was this a military family or did you just...
No, my dad was in the military, but he was in the Marines Reserves.
I got you.
Okay.
He became a firefighter later, but we moved there because he was working at a hardware store. He got transferred from Charleston down to Norfolk.
Oh, okay.
So, so I just kind of been around, and I've seen different things. I've seen, like, the poorest of the poor, real poverty, like true poverty, not like, inner city poverty where it's like, I don't have the PlayStation or a pair of Jordans. I'm talking about people don't have running water, no electricity.
You're talking Appalachia.
Yeah.
Yes. No indoor plumbing. I'm talking real people canning food, hunting for food, that kind of. I've seen that. Yep. And then I've seen the inner city, quote unquote, poverty. So just coming from that kind of environment, I was able to grow up. And I just had this conservative way of living in my mind, in my heart, but the politics didn't match.
Okay.
You're a black person in your black community. You can't really be conservative.
Yep.
That's seen as somehow improper or illegal. And then as I got older, I was like, you know what? Forget all that. I'm going to just do my own thing. And here I am.
So when did that happen? What point in your life did that happen? What election triggered it? Was there some event that made you think that and change you? Tell us about that.
Well, I say Barack Obama's first term definitely did it for me.
Okay.
I voted for him in 2008.
The first time, yeah.
Yeah. Back at that time, we had an ad agency. We had about 15 people in the office in the suite. Everybody had their own little room. We did different things. At the time, I was a graphic designer doing flyers, billboards, posters. So all of what I see right here at Politicon, all these posters.
Looks great, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm having a great time. But all the stuff right here, I would design. That was my thing.
Yep.
We had guys that would do events, photography, stuff like this. What we're doing right now with the podcast. They would do that.
Yep.
And we had this big party. There was 100 people there. People were crying. It was crazy because, quite frankly, it was black. He's a black president. Yep. I didn't care about politics or policy or anything like that.
Yeah. So before that, you weren't that involved in politics at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
But it was kind of like there. Like when I was a kid, I used to watch the news just because I just enjoyed watching the news in the morning. But I wasn't really involved with politics deeply.
Yeah.
But it was always kind of like right there in the back.
You.
But then when Barack Obama came, I became more aware.
I mean, that was a historic event. That was a huge election in the country.
As a Republican, I voted Republican in that election.
Yeah.
But I was just in awe of democracy that night.
It brought a lot of people into politics.
I mean, I forget the name of the park in Chicago. It was like 100,000, maybe a million people crying with Oprah.
Yeah.
You remember that? I mean,
it
was
columns,
fantastic.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It was fantastic. And I'm interested in the story that, you got involved because of Barack Obama. Mm-hmm. But then once you get involved and you start paying attention to policy, it's almost like, wow, I really don't fit with him other than my skin color.
That's right. That's right.
So explain that for us.
Yeah, so when he got elected, like I was saying, it's because he's black. I don't know anything about politics.
Yeah.
And I kind of got into it a little bit afterwards. I started following politics. And then as his term progressed, and I'm still in business for myself at an ad agency.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of my friends that had brick and mortar places, friend of mine, I won't say his name because I don't want to embarrass him.
Yeah.
But he had a brick and mortar business doing like sign decals, vehicle wraps. 20 years as a brick and mortar, went bankrupt. Yeah. My other friend had a print shop, went bankrupt. Another friend of mine was doing kind of what I was doing, freelancing at the time.
Yeah.
He also went bankrupt. I'm like, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. And I'm struggling with money too. This is like 2011. I'm like, hold on. Hope and change, better economy. I'm not really sure this is really working out too well. So at that point, I say 2011, I started to just dig deeper into what's really going on.
Yeah.
And then I was able to find out, hey, these policies about high taxes, that's not really working out too well. The things that he was doing were just not working out too well for us. So that's when I started to just kind of, I guess you would call it, get the red pill. And that was probably the red pill moment for me.
Okay.
And I see right around 2012, I just started to dig deeper into conservatism. I listened to Glenn Beck, quote unquote, by accident.
Yeah.
I'm listening to him, I'm like, wait a minute, what he's saying here makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with what he's saying, but I was always told, don't listen to Glenn Beck or who else? Rush Limbaugh. Oh, they're racist. I know they're talking about but I'm hearing them and it makes perfect sense to me. So I listen to them, a lot of other people, and then I try to go back to MSNBC, Rachel Maddow. I'm like, man, this is crazy. How'd I listen to this?
Yeah.
And then I've been pretty much on the right side ever since.
So what is it like to tell folks in the African American community that you're conservative? I mean, how does that impact you when you come out as a conservative in that community?
Well, in person, it's usually not met with any kind of real problems.
I got you.
Except for my family.
Okay.
Me and my father, I love him. That's my man, my road dog. But we almost got into a fist fight over this.
Yeah. No kidding.
Oh, so I'm serious. He came to my house. It was kind of one of those interventions.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, intervention. He came to my house, just popped up, didn't call me, just knocked on my door. Dad, hey, what's going on? Hey, how's everything going? I need to sit down with your son. Yeah, man, I'm seeing you on Facebook talking about a few different things I don't agree with, man, and I just wanted to check on you because I saw on TV that if your son going through a different kind of change, he thought I might be a school shooter or something. I'm like, Dad, come on.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
I'm just talking about, free market economics. I'm talking about individual liberty. I'm talking about personal responsibility. I'm not talking about anything violent or hurting anybody. But I was conservative and being open with it politically and went against him. But I'm like, Dad, you're the one talking about get a gun, get registered. You were in the military. You were a firefighter 22 years. You're conservative. But he just didn't really want to marry his personal, viewpoints on just how he operated with politics.
Yeah.
It was weird. But
did you convince him yet?
I've not totally convinced him.
Godspeed, my man.
Yeah. I've not convinced him, but we've gotten to a point where we don't got to fight anymore.
Yeah.
It's no more UFC championship when we meet. It's all pretty much good.
Yeah. One thing you said that is crazy and baffling to me is you look at if you like the founding fathers or you talk about that a lot or anything about history or liberty or any of that kind of stuff, suddenly you're on some list of people that might be crazy or might be like a conspiracy theorist. I mean, you hear the name Glenn Beck now, and you and I both know who that is, and Scott knows who that is. We've all listened to him, but there's a lot of people that think Glenn Beck is like a right-wing fringe guy.
Yeah, like
a conspiracy guy.
Conspiracy theorist, yeah.
And it's almost like these people that become popular on the right, they're automatically dismissed as fringe, no matter what they're saying, really. I mean, you have a lot of followers, too, on YouTube. Tell us where we can find you, by the way, real quick. We'll do this again later, but where can they find you?
Go to my website, first and foremost, AnthonyBLogan.com. That is ANTHONY, the letter B, LOGAN. And go to my YouTube page. It's probably the biggest place.
Tell us about that. Right.
The YouTube. I have about 330 or so thousand subscribers. It's great.
Yep.
It's a great community of people. We have a little Discord, kind of like an off-site chat.
Yep.
People in their community talk to each other. A couple of my followers got married from meeting on my channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
there you
we've
go.
got to have those people on our show.
Can you give us their information? We'll have them back. But
I would love to have them on our show.
So you've got to face that same kind of backlash, though, right? As an online kind of personality at this point. You got to have people calling you kind of a right-wing extremist now, I would think.
Well, it's lessened because I'm black.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
So, some people try to call me a white supremacist. I'm like, man, that's kind of a tough... I'm serious. On TV, they say that. I'm like, man, that's kind of a tough sell there. I'm not really sure you're going to get that one off. I mean, kind of a dark-skinned guy, but, whatever.
Yeah.
But, I've had that, but not too much of that.
Yeah.
Those are just the crazies, but general people, they don't really do that.
Yeah.
People that really want to attack others, they don't attack me too much.
So what's the goal here? I mean, obviously, you have got the voice for a podcast or a YouTube channel, bingo. But what you saw yesterday? We saw Tommy Lahren walk by.
Yeah.
A beautiful girl that started in having her own YouTube thing.
Yeah, we get it. She's hot.
Listen, 24 months later, she's carrying a Fox News microphone around.
Yeah.
I kind of see that with you, man.
Yeah, I mean, you see me, I'm going to tell you something right here. It might be kind of exclusive. I won't say too much. I was offered to go audition to be on the panel on CNN.
Yeah,
there you go.
But I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to do CNN.
I get you.
Like I've been on television. I'm on RT all the time.
Yeah.
Russia Today. I got an email from them today saying, "Hey, can we do an interview?" But I'm here, so I can't.
Yeah.
So I'm on television, and that's fine. But I think I like to just be able to do my own thing and build my own situation. You know, I like to be able to go on a Fox News or on RT or whatever and talk to people, just be a guest, but not necessarily be there as an employee.
Yeah.
I want to be able to build my own thing, do the podcasting, and eventually maybe even run for office. I keep getting asked that question.
Yeah, I could see that too, man.
Listen, he's been meeting and greeting people. They're running up to him here, like wanting to take pictures and things like that.
You're the type of guy that has kind of a magnetic personality. You're charismatic, obviously. They're going to want to have your name by their name.
Yep.
And, you know, I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing, as you know.
Right.
But, you know, it's exciting for you and for me to knowing you that, you know, you're how old? You're probably, what, not even 30 yet, right?
35.
You're okay, you're 30. Man.
We can run now. What are you doing? You can run now.
You do it, man. I started to say build it up and run. I mean,
how accepting of the conservative community been to you? I mean, let's hear about that, because obviously people like your father knocking on your door to say, hey, what do you do? You're getting in some dangerous territory here. You're running with the wrong folks. Tell us about that. Like, what's the reception been like?
Oh, it's been open arms. Everybody's been so loving, so nice. I've never had any negative experience being conservative. I had negative experience when I was, let me rephrase. I have negative experiences being a conservative, but not from conservatives.
Right.
Did that surprise you?
Yes, but at the same time, no.
Okay.
Because when I was lost in my world of being, you know, on the far left, I was reading stuff like, you know, Farrakhan, Nation of Islam. I was way out when I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
So when I was over there, I would see how they would respond to people that were conservative.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you dog and all. No, I would see that. So to be on this side, I'm not really surprised. It just kind of confirms to me that I made the right decision to leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this has been fascinating. A really good interview, and we're going to keep track of you. We want to have you on our show for a full hour.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'd love to kind of loop it in with your show, your YouTube show. And if possible, we'd love to come on your show as well.
Yeah, we've talked about that. We want to do that for sure.
You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine type of thing.
That's right.
Because I tell you what, you are right there from hitting it big, man. I guarantee it.
So we want to make sure you remember us. That's the whole point.
We want to ride on your coattails, man.
Like, I was there first. I discovered them.
We're going to tape ourselves to your legs.
We're honestly grabbing all the coattails we can this week. Yeah.
Listen, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, man.
Likewise.
Great work. Keep it up, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah,
okay?
thanks for the time.
Great. Thank y'all.
Thanks.